This isn't any ordinary race. It's the Maruti Suzuki Devil Circuit Corporate Challenge Season 4. It's a challenge that has broken the fitness meters of the biggest corporations in India. Whether you're a newbie or forged in fire, it doesn't matter. You can't escape its wrath.
The heat is rising and there's every reason for it, with rupees 6 lakhs up for grabs and the fastest finalist taking off in an all-new Maruti Suzuki Swift.
Buckle up, people. It's going to be fast. It's going to be furious. The spectacle is about to get underway.
Before the horns signal battle, let's look at the rules.
In the second round of prelims, the teams are being reshuffled into new groups. Each group still consists of 3 teams. Each team will race the other 2 teams within that group. Each match consists of 3 races, where players from one team will race players from the opposing team. And the team with the higher circuit finishes within a match takes the win. In the case of no finishers, the team with 2 or 3 heat wins will be declared the match winner. And each win gives a team 10 points. And the total points accrued at the end of round 2, aligned to the total from round 1, will determine the team rankings, with the top 8 teams proceeding to the quarter-finals. And here are the obstacles that they have to overcome. Test Your Mettle has been eliminated, but the rest of the course remains the same. Starting with the corporate roller coaster, featuring 2 curved bars with a challenging decline and incline, before moving on to the next obstacle, which is Spell the Cat, where they must climb a rope to ring a bell before heading onto the wall, a 6-foot barrier that contestants need to ascend and cross over. After that, they meet the sea of poles, a slippery stretch of vertical poles that contestants need to get past to find the super swing. It's another rope obstacle, but this one requires holding on and swinging across to arrive at monkey business. And when they've channeled their private instincts there, they meet the corporate ladder, a wobbly version of the monkey bars with a tricky gap to overcome, and then, and only then, they reach the final obstacle, the summit, where they run up a 14-foot curved wall to reach the buzzer. And remember, it's only the time of the first person to reach that buzzer that counts.
Zoho were dominant and finished first on the scoreboard after prelim 1, but they paid for it, quite literally, in blood. So I thought I might try and cheer them up when I dropped in on them earlier today at the team hotel.
That was quick. Goodness gracious me. It's Team Zoho, Velkumar, Tarif and Divaka. Guys, good to see you. Look at this. Talk about walking wounded. And here we are, a team from Chennai hoping to win. Velkumar, you're holding your shoulder there. What's the story with the shoulder?
While doing that obstacles, suddenly my arms are very tight. I can't hold the ropes and all. Suddenly I fell down the...
Was that Bell the Cat?
Yeah.
That's one of the earlier obstacles as well, and it just goes to show you can't take anything for granted. And what's interesting about you as a team is some of the teams have definitely got athletes capable of maybe running faster, but there is no team in the competition that has this kind of combined team ethic, because all these 3 guys are capable of completing the course on their very best day. Another team deep in preparation as we reach the business end of Season 4 on the Maruti Suzuki Devil Circuit Corporate Challenge.
Destiny calls Zoho, but are they going to answer? They'll be taking on Adobe next.
We'll find out as Captain Divakar takes on Puneet Bareja. Puneet had a few too many early missteps and dropped early. Divakar went ahead without any opponent, but seemed reluctant to take on the ladder and got timed out. Ankur had the early initiative and kept Velkumar at bay. Velkumar couldn't handle his own weight, leaving Ankur with just the course to overcome. He did so, albeit with some struggle, but put Adobe in a dominant position. Tarif M had to win and win in style.
3, 2, 1.
On the Maruti Suzuki Devil Circuit, we definitely have this race between a 2-time finisher and a 2-time dropper at the corporate ladder. This is going to be an interesting one here. We of course have Tarif M, who has had just 2 perfect runs of 4 minutes 31 seconds and 4 minutes 52 seconds. The clock is the only thing he's running up against, but I can imagine a Purv Bajaj having all kinds of trouble in his head when he goes up against Tarif M. Only 2 things that can do to you: either make you get to that summit or be intimidated.
The other issue for Apurv Bajaj also is the corporate ladder. It's what's done for him on his previous 2 attempts in the earlier group rounds. But as we've already seen with competitors entering this second group stage, some of them have conquered those fears. Others, though, have fallen at the same obstacle. It was a note of Tower FM's 2 times you said, Sananda, 4:31 and 4:52. They won't be good enough to get a... And this is a really impressive start from Orpav Bajaj. Remember, we've already seen a very strong one indeed from the 3 unbeaten teams in Group F, out to get the 10 points more that would almost guarantee them a place in the quarterfinals. I've blinked and I've missed it, because look at this, Sananda. Apoorv a monkey business.
He is, but if you see, if you're right, that he needs to get it under the 4-minute mark in order to get to that summit, but that's exactly how he's performed and managed to get there. I'm sure he has the 4-minute thing in his mind. However, this is the man to watch out for right now, whether or not he's able to cross through the corporate ladder.
No question that Tower FM is timing his run to perfection here. He's really closing down on Orpav Bajaj. Time's not a factor yet. They're still under the 2-minute mark, so it looks like Tower FM is going quicker than his previous 2 runs, if, and it's a big if, he can finish. That lower body mass of Tower FM as well is a huge factor here. Look at him overtaking on the monkey business Apoorv Bajaj, whose technique is not quite there, and once more Tower FM looking to make it 3 perfect runs from 3 attempts. Has still got plenty of time, just over 2 minutes now. This could be a really fast time, never mind 4 minutes. He could break 3 minutes here.
Well, we've seen this once and we've seen it before. He always comes up and leads himself to the last obstacle. He always does that. He's done it again. We're just looking for a perfect dismount here, which he will get. And he will get his attempt at the summit now.
What a match this is between Team Adobe and Team Zoho.
And there he is. He gets
one
it.
Finisher each as up and over goes Tower FM. And that's simply astonishing. Tower FM, my goodness me, what a run. I tell you what, that M in Tower FM must stand for macho, because he's just delivered the manliest performance I've seen this season, Sananda.
Well, they won that one, but after losing their other matches against GMR, they dropped from 1st position to 4th. But I'm sure they'll take it, because they live to fight another day in the quarterfinals.